Branch. It's the Aces versus the Titans of Gibson Southern. First time the Mount Carmel has ever played football here at this artificial turf field. Gibson Southern opened in 1974. Jack was the premier coach. He was the one that put Gibson Southern on the map back in the day. He'd be proud of Nick Hart and all he's done with this Titan team since. But believe it or not, these two have never played here on this field at Jack Jewell Field. Hello again, everybody. Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. We are set for football. It is opening night. It's a warm one, 91 degrees right now. We thought we were going to have some rain in here earlier. It was 97 at one point this afternoon, cooling to 85. Clouded up, winds kicked up. Thought it was going to be a good night, and now everything is quieted down and it's back up to 91. Plenty of sun. The lights are on here at the stadium. Don't know what that'll mean for water breaks, etc. We might have one of those nights, too. But Kyle, even the gates were delayed, the opening, because there was lightning and thunder in this area at 5 o'clock when they were going to open the gates. So they gave it a good 20 minutes and opened the gates. And it's a big night here at Gibson Southern. It's opening night. They have a huge fundraiser going on. They must have 20 tables where they're doing silent auctions for memorabilia and tickets and a variety of things. There's food trucks here and all kinds of extra little goodies here, too. And a big crowd forming here at Gibson Southern. Mount Carmel, well attended here. That's we looked at this an hour ago, but it was much warmer back then. It looked like Busch Stadium. There wasn't anybody here, and it's filled in. And give credit to the Aces faithful. They're staring in the sun. They are flat in the sun, so it must be baking them over there. But the sun will eventually cover all the stands here. The shadows will, and then we'll be ready for football. So that's a little bit about the game, but boy, nothing like opening night, and it's just so cool that we finally get to play a game here at Gibson Southern.
Yeah, maybe for the first time, certainly for the first time, maybe for the last time in a while, as this Week 1 2-year contract ends. Mount Carmel will take on DuQuoin in Week 1 beginning next season. So a chance for the Aces to visit the Titans turf before bidding adieu for at least a while, but so many questions coming into this game here tonight with Blaine Sisson and company departed, and now a new era, in essence, begins at Mount Carmel, and a lot of youngsters, just 5 seniors on the roster, 3 in the starting lineup for the Aces, as you detailed throughout the pregame show on the radio side. 8 players going both ways. Also departed the kicking game of Shade Loudermilk and brother Race. Where's Sister Journey? Surely she could have figured out how to kick for us. But nonetheless, we'll see how we fill in all of those gaps. And Mount Carmel, as you know, through the years, traditionally just seems to find a way to reload. Big task here in the number 2 ranked team in Class 3A in Indiana in the Gibson Southern Titans tonight.
The Titans rallied to defeat Danville, Indiana, on the road last week at Danville, 21-14, trailing early in the game and scoring all 21 of their points in the fourth quarter. Now, the pattern seems to be that something we've heard from Gibson Southern before. Just a year ago, Mount Carmel stunned the Titans and jumped to a 14-0 lead. The Titans eventually came back, took the whole game, scoring late to finally get over the hump, and they beat Mount Carmel. But that was a wonderful game to play last year. So Gibson Southern, we know they have it in them. If they get stunned and shocked early on, they're not going to lay down at all. Of course, Mount Carmel, a brand new team. I can't remember a time when we have been as new, as different from year to year as this year.
Well, and what's interesting too, Scott, you talk about that 21-14 spread in the game last year. Mount Carmel scored on their first 2 possessions and then forced a Titan turnover to get a third chance at the end zone, but we never scored again. And a lot of people would tell you how big of a difference that Week 1 game that Gibson Southern had ahead of Mount Carmel, because Indiana starts a week sooner. Mount Carmel just ran out of gas in the heat last year at home. Maybe if we'd played a couple weeks later, the score would have been different. But this is a Titan team, Scott, for Nick Hart, that carried the ball 35 times for just 51 yards last week, a 1.5 yard per carry average. Their saving grace was Zach Foster, the quarterback, completing 13 of 25 for 172 yards, but he threw 2 picks, including one in the red zone, at the other end zone, I should say, that led to a quick strike for Danville. So It's a mistake-ridden team after week one, as most are, and Nick Hart's had a week to adjust, and we'll see what adjustments he makes for the Titans here tonight.
Well, the Titans have made their way onto the field. They're on the near sidelines. We are located in the press box just behind the Gibson Southern faithful. Here come the Aces, set to come out from behind the big banner, the tear-through banner the cheerleaders have hoisted, and the fans will roar as they come out. The school is located behind us. That's where the locker rooms are. And we are at Gibson Southern. As we mentioned, the lights are on. It's a warm night for football, and we're here for the season opener. We'll come back with the kickoff in just 2 minutes.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day his surgery went like planned, registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Edge with 0% for 60 months and Ford F-150s with 0% financing. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. At Steve Faulkner Automotive, lease the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L for $459 per month and 2024 Ram heavy-duty trucks up to $11,000 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
In the heart of Mount Carmel, where community and support go hand in hand, you'll find the First National Bank.
We're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your supporters.
Just like our Golden Aces, we believe in hard work, dedication, and the power of community.
Whether on the field or in the bank, we're here to cheer you on every step of the way.
We're proud to support the Mount Carmel Golden Aces.
Because when our team wins, our community wins.
Here's to another season of victories, both big and small. The First National Bank, where community comes first. Go Golden Aces. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The captains are meeting at the center of the field for the coin toss. We'll know in a moment who is getting the football first. Let's design a winning game plan first from ADG Architecture and Design Group at 512 Market Street. The next time you need design work done, contact ADG, a longtime Golden Aces football sponsor. Well, Kyle, we know one thing. We are up against it in the heat, so we've got to somehow stay calm and cool and collected as best we can out there and stay hydrated, because we've got a lot of two-way kids going up against pretty much a 2-platoon football team in the Gibson Southern Titans.
The other thing, Scott, that we've got to do is stay calm, cool, and collected mentally in this game. It's the first time for a lot of these guys to be starting under the Friday night lights as a varsity football player, and so being able to soak all that in and channel that energy into playing as mistake-free as we can. The goal is simple: get better every time the ball is snapped, and that's what the Aces will be looking to do here tonight.
This will be a running ball club this year predominantly. It may morph into more of a versatile team as we gain experience, but the Aces have a very talented wideout and a tall one at that, and Jack Webb, who can make a difference. And they've got Tobias Fulop in the backfield, among others, including Elliot Acree. So we've got some kids that gained experience in terms of time on the field last year and began to assert themselves in their opportunities. They just didn't get a ton of them because the team was so loaded last year. They'll get their chance this year.
Scott, the coin toss brought to you by the Sawyer Law Office. Steve and Trevor Sawyer, MCHS grads, proud of their community and proudly support the Golden Aces. Mount Carmel did win the toss. They deferred. Gibson Southern will get the ball first. And it is my pleasure to introduce the Hall of Fame voice of the Golden Aces, his 45th year at the mic from Mount Carmel, 49th of his career. Here's Scott Allen.
Thank you very much, Kyle Peach. The opening kickoff of the game brought to you by Corwin Printing. Discover the quality difference a professional printer can make. The Aces in their road white uniforms tonight with the Vegas Gold numerals and the Vegas Gold helmets. Gibson Southern in their home maroons with the yellow gold numerals and the white helmets. Aces will be kicking from right to left, and it will be Keegan Linson, the freshman delivering the goods. Fans are standing on both sides of the field. This is week 2 for Gibson Southern, but this is opening night for Mount Carmel, and here's the kick. Bounder down the middle, bounces inside the 25, picked up by the running back at the 25, 30, 35, huge hole, outside, he's going to go all the way. Now the 45, 40, we're not going to catch him, and that's going to be a touchdown. That's the way the season begins for the Gibson Southern Titans. 8-yard touchdown, the opening kick of the game.
Well, how about that? Untouched. Colin Shearer picked that ball up at the 20-yard line and ran it 80 yards back the other way. Untouched. Wow.
Yeah, and he was, it was huge, the opening. As soon as he found the first lane to the left side, he was off and running. So now the Titans will try to tack on the point after.
This is Cam Novotny, who has been at this a long time.
Here's the snap, ball down, the kick away, and like that, it is good. We played 12 seconds of this ball game on opening night for Mount Carmel, and Gibson Southern leads just like that. It is now Gibson Southern 7, Mount Carmel nothing. We're back with a kick.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
Another favorite point of having my solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall. It does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys. I have a wife. She's a nurse. She has to be able to get up and go to work at any point. I wear a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
Just like that, Gibson Southern leads on a kickoff return by Colin Shearer. An 80-yard return, they're going to call it. 7-0 Titans, 12 seconds into the game. Mount Carmel has 2 men deep now. Shane Metter and Jack Webb as they're set to get on offense for the first time.
What a start for the Titans at home, and for Mount Carmel. It's only up from here.
There's the kick. It's long. It's going to sail and into the end zone, well over the head of Shane Metter, who watches it go 9 yards deep in the end zone. Touchback. Mount Carmel starts at their own 20-yard line.
Well, nothing like a little adversity on the first drive of the game. In essence, for Mount Carmel, you got to approach it this way. It was like we kicked off to them, and they scored opening drive, and now we've got the ball and need to do the same.
Well, a lot of young kids out there. Let's hope that hasn't amped up the nerves at this point, too. It would have been nice to start on offense at 0-0, but that's football, and that's what happens sometimes. The Aces will open up with the receiver wide to the left side. And starting at quarterback will be Shane Metter, right? And he hands off. Ball carrier slides right side. First carry of the year for Mount Carmel. And that is Elliot Acree. He gets about 2 or 3 to the 25-yard line. Call it 4, 2nd and 6. Shane Metter, quarterback. He's just up more, 5'10", 60.
And as you look, Scott, as Mount Carmel comes up to the line here, a little bit more deliberate this year on offense, getting the play call in. Play clock's down to 10 now, just breaking the huddle. As we come to the line, a lot of stuff in tight here for the Aces. 4 on the play clock now.
Now the Aces lining up on a double wing set, full up the deep back, and the handoff sliding to the right side. The ball carrier slides across the 30-yard line.
That's Acree again and a first down.
So Mount Carmel looked good on the first 2 plays. And they move the change. That is the first down of the year for Mount Carmel. And 10 at the Bowling Center. 1st and 10. Just starting here. Started on time.
You know, we did get a little rain earlier before the game, and that kind of cooled things down a little bit, too, so we were able to start without a heat delay.
Red Andrews checks out wide to the left side. Aces have double wing set. Handoff ball carrier, big hole up the middle. He's finally up into that. Akery again on the carry. Dives over the 40, near 45-yard line. First down.
Yeah, so it gets a nice big yardage chunk on that one. Did Akery from the roughly to the 30 to the 43. Is that a 13, 14-yard gain?
And a first down again for Akery at 468 yards and 8 touchdowns on the ground carries. So he's gotten a lot of reps already in his career. And he did not look too phased on the 3 carries he's had so far. Now they send Red Andrews wide to the right side. Double wing set, 1 setback. Man in motion, that's Fulop. Instead, they keep it to the up back. Akery plows right side, a little shorter gain this time, near midfield, short of the mark at around the 49.
There may be a flag down on the other side of the field as the official up near the line is play to be stopped. And actually, we may have a player shaken up. That's what it is.
Yeah.
71, Aiden Reynolds, the center, checking out. And 63 will replace him. That's
Stinson.
Reed Stinson. Scott, of note, we see a lot of carries here early out of Elliott Akery. Last year, really, he's our leading rusher back. 74 carries, 468 yards, and 8 touchdowns, a 6.3 per average clip a year ago for this Aces team.
Now we're down to 10 on the play clock. The Aces break the huddle, come up. It is second down and about 6, just shy the 50-yard line. Wide receiver to the right, wings both ways. There's the fullback getting the carry to the right side. They send a man in motion, haven't used him yet. And on the carry that time, I think that's Jackson Kling with his first carry as a Golden Ace.
It is Jackson Kling, the son of Kevin Kling, a former Golden Ace. Kevin returns in an administrative role at District 348, the assistant principal at the grade school. Jackson Kling taking start tonight, his first on the gain of about 3 on the play. Maybe 2, at third and a long 2 here. Long 1, short 2 for the Aces.
Well, he's got the perfect body for a fullback type or a pounder, and they're going to use him a lot there. They use him for the first time in his career here. Now the wings are tight both ways. 1 setback. This time the call is given, and Walker knocked back trying to drive forward. He's repelled this time, Kling is, and Boyd Gibson did a good job up front to push the Aces back. I think he got back to the line on the other side of the 50.
Looks like a loss of a yard, I think.
Yep, a loss of 1. Back to the 49. Gibson into Gibson Southern territory at the 49, but it's 4-3.
You talk about Kling, sophomore, 5'10", 220. Was in decision time early for Michael Brewer. 4th down, call it about 3, and we'll see what we elect to do. Right now, it looks like go for it.
All right. Andrews checks out wide to the left side. 1 wing to the left, double set, back set. And who's going to give the call? It's going to be the quarterback himself. First down, run to the right side, down inside the 40, down inside the Gibson Southern 35, driven out of bounds at around the 34. First down.
That was Shane Metter, his first carry of the game from the quarterback spot, from the 49 to the 34, a 15-yard gain. First down, Mount Carmel.
Another first down brought to you by 10 Pins Bowling Center. We're glad to have them back as one of the sponsors for the Aces broadcast this year. So the Mount Carmel drive continues. It started on a touchback at the 20, 7:37 to go first period. Gibson Southern leads. They return the opening kickoff 80 yards. It's 7-0 Titans. But Mount Carmel on the march for now. He checks out wide to the left side, wing to the right. It is the quarterback under center. Hands it off. Akery tries to dodge right, turn it up. He got a couple of yards in that second push. Inside the 35 to around the 33.
Yeah, Akery on the workhorse of the drive. Picks up 1 on the play, we'll call it. Second down, call it 9 for the Aces, who have amassed 40 yards on this thus far.
The quarterback that started the game continues on this drive, and we'll have to watch the quarterbacks coming in and out a little bit this year. We may see some different ones here and there, as Andrew Militoni is fully capable of running this offense. He's got to hurry up now. The play clock's down to about 3 or 2. Will they get the snap off? They did. And the run is outside. It's a matter of first down. Driven out of bounds inside the 25 at around the Gibson Southern 24-yard line. How about that? We had to hustle up to get the play in and turned it into a first down.
Now that spot is not a spot. It is enough. First down. Give him 9 on the play.
So the drive continues. Aces go, as you visualize, here on this first drive of the season for them. So far, so good. The Titans won one of the plays up front. They really pushed back on Kling. An earlier run, that was a line deal there that kind of caved in. But so far, we've been able to run things mostly to the right. We haven't thrown yet. Probably will not be nearly the throwing team we were last year. Now wide out, wide to the left side, 2 setbacks, and the up back gets the call. No, the quarterback keeps it himself. Nice little read. He took it himself and dives inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line of Gibson Southern.
It's an 8-yard gain for Shane Metter on the quarterback read. Maybe an option. Carmel is in the round, the Big R Farm and Home red zone.
We're down to 6:12 to go. First period. Now Southern is open the home season next week against the Effingham Flaming Hearts. First time Effingham has ever been to Riverview Stadium. That's next week, 7 o'clock. Aces hustle up again. They're a little bit late after the huddle, and there is the handoff. Ball carrier, that is Acree, plowing over the right guard, down inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Move the chains. It'll be first and goal now, right?
Yeah, first and goal inside the 10, up around the 8. Looks like about an 8-yard gain. Call it the 7-yard line as well. We'll set that ball down. It'll be from there after Acree picks up, give him 9.
So they signaled the plays in. We're down to 15. So plenty of time now on this one. And they have it. Now here we go. We do hustle up to the line anyway. It must be, that's kind of the way we do things. Under center, the quarterback sets the play in motion. Hands off, ball carrier. That's Akers sliding inside the 5. Can't quite find the end zone, but he gets down to about the 4-yard line.
Give him 3 on the play. It'll be a second down and goal right at the 4. As Acree's up to 41 yards on the ground, 7 carry. Second and goal.
Ace is trying to finish an 80-yard drive for points on this, their first drive of the season. It is second and goal. Line of scrimmage, the Gibson Southern 4. Can they finish it off? 2 setbacks. Kling is back there with Acree, setting kind of a duet. And there is the quarterback's going to keep it himself. He's running into trouble, tries to turn it up, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but was repelled there.
I think he did a good job of getting what he could get out of that. Metter got right back to the line of scrimmage, it appears. Maybe, well, they're going to say a loss of a yard back at the 5. Third and goal from here. 2 chances to stick the ball in the end zone. Remember, I think if I've heard correctly, we really don't have a field goal or extra point kicker at the ready, so this is a go-for-it scenario for the Aces. Let's just get it right here and not have to worry about it on a big third down.
All right, third and goal for Mount Carmel from the Gibson Southern 5. Andrews checks out wide to the left side. Double wing set, 1 setback, 1 man in motion. And there's a reverse. Counter run, he slipped it, fell on his knee. That was Xander Bader as he tried to counter back to the left side, so he took a loss on the play, and it's 4th down back at the 6.
Yeah, unfortunate there. He lost the yard slipping out. Own power slipped out there on the turf, and that's an unfortunate time for that to happen. 4th down now, 4th and goal at the 6 for the Aces.
That was Bader's first run of the year, and just slipped out a little bit as he tried to cut around. Looks like he had some running room, too. That's the first time the Aces have run any kind of a counter.
And it looks like Militoni is now in at the quarterback spot here for the Aces, but we may be taking a timeout here, and we will.
Yeah. Down to 1. We let that clock, we called the timeout before it got to 0. And so we have our first timeout of the year. Timeouts are brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. It is 7-0 Gibson Southern, back in 1 minute.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
Another favorite point of having my solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall, it does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys. I have a wife. She's a nurse. She has to be able to get up and go to work at any point. I wear a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
It is 4th and 6 for Mount Carmel. 3:04 to go here in the first period. Mount Carmel knocking at the door at the Gibson Southern 6-yard line.
Metter, the quarterback, Scott.
So Metter stays in the game. He'll be under center.
Good play.
And he'll call the snap. 3 setbacks. He's going to keep himself bootleg to the left side. Looking. He's going to try to run.
Get in there.
5. He's looking to angle in. Did he make it? They're looking.
No, they say.
No. Repelled at the 1/2-yard line. Tried to angle into the left side of the end zone. The official came over, took his time, looked at it, and said no.
That's a border battle type of right there. I'm going to get the traffic is coming, and I'm going to say he made it right there and didn't stick the ball across the goal line. Okay.
So Gibson Southern will start at the 1/2-yard line. The Aces repelled on downs inside the 1. 2:57 to go. But look at this. Mount Carmel held the ball for 8 minutes plus. Gibson Southern scored 12 seconds into the game.
Gibson Southern backed way up here inside the 1.
So let's see the Aces come up with something big here. 1 man in motion. Quarterback is in the shotgun. That is Foster. Ooh, kind of not a very great snap. The hands off. Ball carrier slides outside to the right. Cuts it up. Gets in across the 15 to the 21-yard line.
That's number 3 on the carry for the Titans. Chase Thaxton, a senior. Boy, he takes it from virtually the goal line to the 21, a 21-yard gain. On the first play, the Titans run from scrimmage, and they will be in the hurry-up mode.
And there is the quick throw right side. Ball carrier's got it. Dives in near the 30-yard line quickly like that all the way out to the 30.
Maddox Potts, the receiver, number 81 from the quarterback. That's Foster. That's a 9-yard gain.
Zach Foster is 175-pound junior. Hand up, ball carrier dives forward out to around the 35, just shy of that.
And on the carry that time, I believe, was 26, Wyatt Finney. Was that who I picked out?
Okay.
A gain of about 4 on the play.
Foster now fakes, throws over the middle, and this is incomplete at around the 45, pulling the ball away from the running back on the fake. Incomplete. Down.
I believe the correct 25 was Gunnar Alexander for the 4-yard gain, and then an incomplete pass.
Trips left side. Now here's a run by the ball carrier. That is not Foster. That is again Zach.
That is Foster.
That is Foster. Yep, he decided to keep it himself left side. Gets just to the marker at the 44. Less than a yard. It's 3rd and less than a yard.
Give him 9 on the run, and Titans moving quickly.
2-by-2 in the receiver core now. Foster moves up under center, keeps him himself, plunges for the quarterback keep for the first down, diving to around the 48, gain of 4, and it's first down for Gibson Southern. 1:48 to go, first period. Here come the Titans again. Now it's just left side, receiver to the right, 1 setback. Foster in the shotgun, backs up, quick throws to the dump to the left side. Not much on the return, nice cover by Shane Metter on defense for the Aces, slowing the receiver down after he made the catch. Short gain to midfield.
Yeah, just a 2-yard gain. I was going to say the same thing, Scott. Good job by Shane Metter to kind of read that route and limit the gain.
2nd down and 8. Here is Foster. Gets a pass off. It's to the edge. Was the catch
inbounds?
Nice job by the wide receiver. Had to kind of get his feet down, so he's leaning out of bounds as he made that play. Stayed in bounds, made the catch. Gain of not much.
Nothing. I don't think it's a pass play complete for no. Well, wait a minute. The referee, the other official, thought there was no gain on the play, and the near saying, no, it was a catch. And so they're respotting the football. Initially, it was going to be spotted as an incomplete pass, and now it's a gain of about 4 yards on the pass play, 3rd down.
So 3rd and 5, quick throw, right side, little screen dump out to the right flats, and the receiver again doesn't get much, a couple of yards on the catch that time. I'm trying to find his name.
That's 81
see.
Potts again.
Yep, Maddox Potts.
First 4th down of the game here for the Titans. They're going for it.
4th and 2, trips left side, receiver to the right. And Foster, well, he looks like he was going to call a timeout. Maybe looked over the sidelines for a play call. He's got something. He's got the snap. He's looking to throw. He does a little button hook in, and Maddox Potts breaks free. He's going to score a touchdown. A 44-yard play. He caught it in the flat. The short near the sideline. And he was all by himself. A 44-yard touchdown pass. Foster
happens just that quickly. One play, one missed tackle to help on the backside of that play, and Titans on the board again.
13-0 Gibson Southern, 42.8 seconds to go here in the first period of play. And here is the kick, and Novotny is now 2 for 2. So Gibson Southern, that's tough on us. They're going to do it against Star young and tired, and the thin squad is. And Gibson Southern, they do it again. 14-0 Titans lead. Back in 1 minute.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks, or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smokin' Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
It's time to get your flu shot. The Wabash County Health Department is hosting a drive-through flu shot clinic Wednesday, October 2nd from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Mount Carmel Public Utility Fleet Garage located at 410 Mulberry Street. Roll up your sleeves or wear short sleeves, bring your insurance cards, and get vaccinated against the flu without having to get out of your vehicle. If you can't make it that day, appointments can be made at the Health Department by calling 618-263-3873.
Metter and Red deep for Mount Carmel, awaiting the kick from Novotny. Gibson Southern now with a 2-touchdown lead. It's 14-0 here in the final minute of the first period. There's the kick left to right.
And
it might have been an offside.
Titans jump early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Scott, it's kind of frustrating. You look at what Mount Carmel was able to do on their opening drive of offense, and they marched right down the field. 79 7/8 of an inch yards.
Yeah.
They got and did everything but the goal line on the play, which would have made it 4-7, and would have made it 7-7. The Aces would have thought they were right in this thing, and instead, the Titans hold. The Aces give up a big play on a 4th down, and the Titans able to take the 2-score lead. It's literally a game of inches.
Took the officials a minute to get the football back, and he's now flipping it to Novotny, who will be kicking off for Gibson Southern. Nice crowd on hand here tonight. Turned out to be a pleasant night. It was 91 at game time, though. Still a lot cooler than it was, and it'll cool off now dramatically. I think between 7 and 8, they're saying it may cool off 5-6 degrees in that 1 hour alone. All right, we're set for the kick here. 42.8 seconds to go in the period. Under the lights here at Gibson Southern. Novotny approaches. Here comes the kick on the way. And it's high and deep. Metter will watch it go behind him into the end zone again. Another touchback.
Back him up 5 yards. He'll do it again from Novotny. Now, can the Aces come back out, have a drive like they had the first of the game, and this time stick it in the end zone?
Let's see if they introduce to the offensive attack this particular series. See if they go over the top. Jack Webb, the nice thing about it, we may have young quarterbacks, but Jack Webb can go and get about anything with that frame of his. He's a big, tall kid, an athletic kid. They'll just get it around him somewhere. He'll pick it out of a crowd. Let's see if we use him at all in this series. Red Andrews checks out wide to the left side. He's got some height on him, too. We've got a double wing set, one set back, and it's Metter under center. Hands it up. Nope, keeps it himself. Turns it up. It's repelled. And a loss on the play. Fake to Acree. Kept it himself. Gibson Southern was right there. But give him.
Long one there for the Aces quarterback, Shane Metter.
That will probably be the last play of the first period. They do not have to get a snap off. 19 seconds on the game clock. Appear to be in any hurry. So that will do it for the first period of play. Well, it's been all Gibson Southern here. Mount Carmel had their moment to spend 8 minutes on the ground and drove to the 1.5 yard line, but did not score. And Gibson Southern followed with a score. Let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard at the end of our first period of the 2024 season. It's Gibson Southern 14, Mount Carmel nothing. Back in 1 minute.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFU stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
Along with the birthday boy, Kyle Peach. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. This is as good a time as any. It's a public forum, just like Facebook. Thanks to everybody who reached out today. A little inconvenient when your birthday is on opening night of the football season and trying to get everything working right and the equipment together, and it's on the road. So not as many thanks very much replies back to folks, but I do thank you very much for that. And maybe the Aces can rally back as the Titans did a week ago and wrap up a nice birthday present win here tonight.
There you go. Hello, Kyle. I'm Scott Allen. Thanks for joining us. Second quarter ready to begin here. Gibson Southern leads Mount Carmel 14-0 as we start the second quarter. Aces go left to right in this frame. And they start this play, second down, and call it 8. Line of scrimmage, the 22-yard line. Metter has gone all the way in the game of quarterback. Starts the play, still under center, hands it off. Ball carry. No, he kept it himself and gets outside across the 30. Nice play option there that time. He did not give it to Acree, read that, and kept it plowed over the right side. He gets a first down to the 34.
An 11-yard gain there for Acree from the, I should say Metter, right? On the carry.
Metter.
Beg your pardon. So Metter kept it himself. The option read effective, and first down. A first and 10 Pens Bowling Center first down for Mount Carmel.
Here's the 34-yard line. Able to move the football. It's been exclusively on the ground so far. Red Andrews checks out wide to the left side. Webb is, Militoni is one of the wings. He's in motion, and there is a handoff.
Nope.
He kept it himself. Nice. This kid's a good little reader out there. And we're getting our first look at Metter as a full-time quarterback. He gets over the 40.
So
just over the 40.
6-yard gain. Normally, I'm the one that's lost. So
well, I just spent the last 2 or 3 years just watching the system deliver something. He's going to have football every play. So I'm going to have to start tension.
It doesn't matter where he goes or who goes where. Sisson usually has the ball, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Good to see him. I know he didn't get any action last night for the University of Illinois along the sidelines of their opening night game. Connor Shelby on the opposite side of the eastern sidelines last night.
And an owie for the Panthers last night, too. And the whistle sounds. The officials blow the play dead just as the quarterback took the snap.
Too much time that time. Delay of game penalty.
So that'll cost the Aces 5 yards, marking back inside their own 40 to the 35-yard line. I don't know if you saw the score last night. Eastern Illinois, 45-0.
Yeah, that was a lot. 45-0, and they probably could have scored some more. Good opening night win for the Illini.
I'm glad I didn't race home to watch that last night.
Not so thrilling of an opening night for the Panthers.
All right, let's see what the Aces do here on 2nd and 8. Double wing set, receiver left, and quarterback under center. And here is Metter, dumps it out, short to Tobias Fulop, and he gets right back to the line. A little flip pass to the left side to around the 35. Technically our first pass play of the year. And it's a gain of nothing on the play.
No gain as Metter finds Fulop, but it didn't go much further than the scrimmage. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 8, and really, one of the things that happened is what happened on this drive, and that's a 5-yard penalty that set us back. So now a 3rd and long, which we really haven't experienced all that much here early this year.
And that's the first time we used the motion much of the night. We used him as a receiver. 9:25 to go, first half of play. Wide out wing, double set. The wide out's to the left, and here is Metter wanting to throw. Fires over the middle, and the pass is for Webb. Did he catch it?
It looked through it. Went through his
it went
hands,
through.
kind
and
of
it wasn't even
away.
And it was Red Andrews anyway.
Kind of high and off his hands a little bit, near the out of bounds line. Not sure he would have been inbounds had he hauled it anyway. 4th down.
Which remains the 36-yard line. 4th down. And it looks like the Aces are up. That will be Shane Metter doing it. Southern drops one man deep at his own 25-yard line. Aces' first punt of the year. There's a good snap and a rugby-style kick underway. Got it up. And inside the 20, down to the 14, it's picked up. 14-yard line, here's a return. 20, 25, gets outside, left side. Finally, the Aces converge and bring them down at the 28-yard line. So let's see, that is a kick of 16 and 16. Is that 48 yards on that kick?
It bounded away for a good long while, and that was Shearer, who already had a kick tonight, trying to find space that time.
That was a 8-yard Waski. How impressive was that? Here's Gibson. Officials whistle the play dead before the start.
Officials timeout, checking on some equipment over here on the sideline on the Titan wide receiver, I believe.
Okay.
Grant Stinson is all right.
Exactly 9 minutes to go in the first half. Triple receivers to the left side. There's an inside little wide receiver screen. Coming back up's the receiver. Finally repelled by the Aces.
I think we're going to have a personal foul penalty as one of the Aces defenders was upchucked off the play. Trying to make it a factor in the play was blocked away, and that will cost the Titans.
Yes, that will set the reception on that little wide receiver screen. And that's a personal foul.
I believe so.
Clock stops, 8:54. The officials mark it all the way inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. It'll be first down. They have to go to the 38, so 1st and 20.
So 10-yard penalty, so must not have been personal foul, hold, or something of that nature.
And now in the shotgun, quarterback almost drilled. He gets away from an Aces on-rushing defender, and now a nice stop made by Mount Carmel. Keeps him from getting outside into the edge. That might have been Metter on the play. Defense, it was a short game. Call it the 24-yard of 6. You may call it 7 to the 25.
Nice run by Foster after being brought down.
Now Foster's back to throw. Time now runs, and the Aces finally get him down. 2 of them converge on the line of scrimmage.
On the play, so 3rd down coming up now for the Titans.
3rd and 13. Down to 8:07 to go in the first half of play. 14-0 Gibson Southern. Titans a little more patient. Now look over for the play call. Now here they come. It'll be in the shotgun through just to the right. One left, one quarterback, and Foster claps his hands, fires long down the middle. Passes caught and dropped off the fingertips of the receiver on the fly inside the 40-yard line. That would have been a wonderful catch. Just missed, and the Aces will get the ball back. It's 4th down.
Well, matter all over the play. He was defending on the pass play there, step for step. With Stinson, the receiver on the, and now 4th down. The Titans will give it up.
Aces drop their 2 men deep. Metter's one of them. Webb's the other. Both of them inside the 40 near the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 26-yard line. Long count. Aces stay put. And the ball bounds on the ground. Picked up by the kicker. He boots it away. And the Aces will let it go. It's going to be upfield a little bit. The official walking up to the market at around the 43. So a kick of 31 yards. 1st down, Mount Carmel. Part of the day for the Aces. El Cerrone 43. 7:40 left in the half. Can Mount Carmel get on the board here? They trail Gibson Southern 14-0, but have had success moving the football. Well, don't forget, Mount Carmel opens a home campaign next week against the Effingham Flaming Hearts.
Well, Scott, you talk about where we've been so far in this game. Inches from a touchdown, a defensive stop. We're right in this thing at the moment, and credit the Aces for figuring some stuff out along the way.
Kling, a setback, gets the call, plows over left guard across the 45 to around the 47-yard line, gain of a long 4.
Nice play on 1st down, going the way of the fullback for 41.
And it is. And the quarterback, he was. As the Aces get closer to the midline stripe of this game. Just 3 yards away from the 50. 2nd down and short 7. Call it 6. Deep setback is Kling. Double wing set. One wide out to the right side. Man in motion. He gets the call. That's Bader trying to get outside of the sweep. Counter back to the left side.
Oh.
And the ball's taken away. It's loose. And is it picked up by Gibson Southern?
Yes.
There's a big scramble. Nobody has signaled yet.
Yeah, Titans have it.
Now they do. So the ball's loose. Gibson comes on around the Mount Carmel 40. Look how far back that thing squirted.
Yeah, it went away, and really was taken away after being out 3 yards, but then fumbled it away, and the Titans go with it the other way across the 40 at around the 38-yard line.
So the Titans have the football already ahead 14-0, 6:48 to go, 2nd period. Let's see what they do here. They stack the receivers right next to the line. There were 3 of them. Now 1 breaks away, and there's the quarterback drilled. He tried to keep the control of the right side top for Mount Carmel, and a big stop at that
51.
Was junior Sam Strockbine.
Yeah, he came up and introduced himself to Foster that time. Loss on the play. Call 5, 2nd and 15 for the Titan offense.
As Foster keep it and find some running room. Now snapping the shotgun, and he's straight got away. Aces almost pinned him, so he's running now to the 45 down the left side, 40, 35, finally runs out of bounds at the 34-yard line. And who was that on that play? Number 42.
Yeah, it was big Azariah Downing there that nearly brought him down, but Foster gets it to with 3rd and 2, so a 13 pickup on the play.
Wow, another down defense, huh?
Yeah, how about that?
Man, that was a big play. Really caused trouble, but they got out of it. Now a quick throw, left side pass caught on the left sideline, and down to the 23 goes receiver before he's brought down.
Again, we've called his name a lot tonight. That's Stinson out at the wideout spot for the Titans, number 21.
Grant Stinson, just something more. So now the Titans have trips right side. There's Foster bringing it up for the end zone again for Stinson of his reach and incomplete in the deep part of the end zone. It'll be third down.
Get a nice view here on the video stream of the end zone bleachers that you don't see a lot of places here at Gibson Southern. The fans flock to those here, not just along the sidelines.
It's actually second down now and 10. Line of scrimmage the 23. And a quick throw this time. Flat side ball spot. Oh, he almost broke it. Inside. Eventually the return. The receiver brought down to the 8-yard line.
It's Ian Mainkrantz on the reception that time. It'll be a first and goal situation. Taking it from the 23 to the 8 that's a 15-yard gain. Titans in the red zone.
And handoff out of the shotgun. Rolling to the left side. Is that Stinson? Side? No, it wasn't.
No. Number 3, that's Chase Thaxton, the running back, who finds the end zone again. Touchdown, Titans.
An 8-yard touchdown run, and Gibson Southern now leads 20-0. We'll try to tack on the point after the touchdown run by Thaxton. It's Novotny, and the kick is good. So he's a perfect 3 for 3, and we've got a time on the field. 5:39 to go here in quarter number 2. The Jade Investment Advisor 10 Phillips scoreboard now reads Gibson Southern 21 and Malmo nothing. Gibson Southern has built its lead to 21-0 now. 5:39 to go in quarter number 2 here on opening night for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. Aces will get the football and will get another possession to try to get on the scoreboard here before halftime. Gibson Southern kicking from right to left. Novotny kicks away. They've all been touchbacks so far, and this one is too. It bounces behind Mr. Metter and into the end zone. Aces start at the 20-yard line.
Pretty used to doing that tonight. Mount Carmel, they've learned how to start at the 20. All possessions have started there. So, the Titans take Mount Carmel, kick off to the end zone and score. Mount Carmel gets to the 8th line away from score. And then Mount Carmel forces a 4th down on a drive that the Titans convert and eventually score. Mount Carmel forces a Titan punt, but turns the ball over. And then the Titans score on that drive. So we've done some good things. We've seen some positive things out there tonight from this young group.
Yep. Aces go left to right. And let's see who sits down at quarterback for this series. And it's going to be Metter again. He's under center. Double wing set. One wide out. Handoff, ball carried to Tobias Phillips. Swings it back to the left side. Rolled out after maybe a 1-yard.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
No gain on the play, they say. Phillip, one of the seniors on this team, 5 total. We'll see what his season looks like. Obviously, one of the guys with some yards from a year ago had 24 carries, 134 yards, and 3 scores last season for the Aces, who actually than I thought. We'll tell you about that after this next play.
Jack Webb sets down a tight end to the right side now. Double wing set. Wide out left side is Andrews. Now man in motion is Militoni. And first of all, the handoff goes left side.
I think
Metter just kept it, right?
I think he may have kept it, on the play.
Gain of 2 or so. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 7 now.
The Aces last year, Scott, obviously an unworldly amount of yards. We're returning 647 rushing yards from a year ago. 7 touchdowns, the ball between A and Fulop. But that's more rushing than I expected to see, given our lineup here.
And really too, because Blaine was hurt a couple times in his career, we wanted to make sure other people were carrying the payload when they got down tight for crunch time too, and so they got a few more reps there than maybe they would have. And this time the quarterback is pushed back and dropped finally. They will mark him down way back inside the 15 of the 14-yard line. Big loss on the play.
Yeah, Metter slow to get up too after that. So back to the 14.
Loss of 12.
Less than that further upfield. Call it the 15-yard line, and so that would be a loss of about 8.
Away. The Aces are going to give it up. And Gibson Southern will get very good field position here. Now Carmel's kicker is back inside his 5. Gets a good snap, and the kick is almost blocked, but doesn't go very far. It bounces across the 35, across the 40. Gibson Southern lets it roll all the way to the 44-yard line, so it's a kick of 30 yards. But look where Gibson Southern will start, at the Mount Carmel 44. Still 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, anytime that you let that ball hit the turf, at least you're going to get a bounce somewhere, and we luckily did there. It had to be pushed a little bit because Gibson Southern was coming. Fortunately, Matter able to get it away and take advantage of a turf bounce or two.
And Gibson Southern sets it down. Here they go. They got receivers split left and right. And the handoff, ball carrier slides away from the top outside, still going. Finally dropped it around the 35-yard line.
Starting to wear down a little bit is this Aces defense. They've been out there a lot.
Alexander on the carry. Call it about 8. And now the receivers line up, trips to the left side, one to the right, one set back, and now Foster back to throw. A little inside screen, and it's enough for the receiver to get a first down to the 27-yard line, gain of 9 on the play.
Yeah, just a nice catch in open field, catch and run up to the 26-yard line.
Oh, now here go the Titans again. The trips go wide to the 2 setbacks behind the quarter. Gets the hand. Oh, 25-20. Dances out to 10. 5 breaks free. Touchdown. Touchdown for Gibson Southern. Gunnar Alexander, a run of 26 yards with 2:27 to go, and it's a 27-0 lead.
Yeah, just untouched. 26 yards for Alexander. Found a big hole and just kept running.
That series didn't take all that long. Barely more than 3 minutes gone from the last Gibson Southern touchdown. And now Novotny will look his 4th consecutive PAT. Here comes the snap. Ball down, the kick away. And it's good. So 2:27 to go here in the first half of play on opening night. It's been all Gibson Southern. The scoreboard look brought to you by Jade Investment Advisors. Titans lead Mount Carmel 28.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund. Stop by or give us a call today.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
Aces have 2 return men back. They've just watched the ball go over their heads tonight. Navat, he's doing a good job. Perfect 4 for 4 at the point afters, and here is another long kick, and it sails into the end zone as well. So a touchback. Mount Carmel will start at the 20-yard line. Can they get on the board before half?
You know, one of the things you got to watch with Navat and the Titans on those kicks, because we've seen it before. You know, he can put it in the end zone whenever he wants. You just think he's going to, and then all of a sudden he doesn't, and you're in trouble.
All right, Mount Carmel huddle over to the sidelines. The play clock hasn't actually started yet. Let's see what the Aces have up their sleeves, if they do at this point. Trailing 28-0 here on opening night. One more non-conference game, that's next week, and then the LIC play begins. The final 7 games of the season. The Aces have never lost a game in the Little Illini Conference. This will be their 4th year in the league. So here comes Mount Carmel now. And it is again Shane Metter under center. Hands it off, ball carrier this time. Goes left, not much, maybe a yard. Let's see who gets up off that stack. Looks like Jack. No, I'm not sure. Oh, there was Elliot Akron. He got off. Give him 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. Just off left, over left guard. Tackle on that side. Line of scrimmage. Clock running. 2 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Down to 10 o'clock. Aces. Here we go. Red Andrews checks out wide to the left side. And there is a handoff. Not much there. Ball carrier repelled. Let's see where they marked the football. He gave back about it. Was Metter on the keeper.
Titans spending the timeout to keep possession here. I believe it was Acre on the carry.
I'm sorry, Acre, yeah.
So timeout here brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan.
And we'll take a 1-minute break and come right back. 36 go. .136 to go in the first half. 3rd down for Mount Carmel. They have the football, and it's Shane Metter under center. Sends Webb in motion. Double wing set. Now Webb sits down left side tight end. There's a handoff, tailback. Left side stacked up. Not much there, if anything. And it'll be 4th down. On the carry that time, Acre.
Yeah, just not much real estate to work with. Titans will spend another timeout. They've got 1 remaining, and now it's 4th down. Gibson Southern will get the ball back.
Still 90 seconds to go. Oh, no, they call another timeout. So we'll take it. Well, another timeout brought to you by Catcher Financial Representative. Titans lead 28.
Have your weather radio have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
Your new vehicle is at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2024 Jeep Compass for only $299 a month and Dodge Hornets with payments as low as $430 per month. Come in and see us today at Steve Faulkner Automotive.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at stevefaulknerautomotive.com.
Well, the Golden Aces tonight have had a little better luck running vertical, running straight down the field, as opposed to pitches and running side to side. But Gibson Southern, remember, has fresh bodies all the time on defense. They're running pretty much a two platoon. Now Carmel has 8 two-way starters.
We are going for it here, it looks like, on 4th and 4.
Webb again switches sides. Left side sets down a tight end. Double wing. Side we jumped. If it was us.
It was. That's the signal.
So that'll mark the football back inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. It'll be 4th and about 10. Yep.
So now I think you got to punt.
And that's what we will do. The Southern has, and it'll be Metter doing the honors. Well, he's gone all the way at quarterback. His first start as a sophomore. Oh, not a good snap, and he's going to have to run. He managed to get the rugby style kick up, but it's blocked, and now it's down inside the 20 and around the 18-yard line.
And not only is it down, he's down.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. Well, you get a rugby-style kicker running for his life out there, and he's got an oddball ankle to try to get his leg up and get the kick away. Stuff can happen. Let's hope it's not too bad. He was tackled as he kicked the ball with his leg while running. And down at around the 18-yard line, Metter sits. Gibson Southern will take over once we figure out the extent of Mr. Metter. Clock stopped, 1:26 to go before halftime. It's already 28-0.
Well, at least it looks like perhaps maybe
looks like he's in some kind of pain.
Is it
anyway.
A cramp though they're working on?
I
think
be.
So. Maybe just kind of awkwardly positioned himself there on the kick. So that looks a whole lot better than I feared, seeing him go down with the trainers out, and it looks like, as trainers do, the work with the cramps there. So working on that.
Looks like it. Well, let's hope it's nothing worse than that.
Hops up quickly.
Yeah, how about that? Well, it's got to be a hot night for these kids, as I mentioned. 8 two-way performers, and here it is. And I know we haven't had any water breaks yet, so that must be underneath whatever the threshold is.
And it's hot enough in this press box, I'll tell you. I've had enough of the heat. How about you?
No, I'm retired. It's just fine. I'm sitting on the beach in Florida right now. All right, so here is Gibson Southern, first down, and what a short porch they've got to work with here. They start in the red zone at the Aces 18-yard line with 1:26 to go before halftime. Trips to the right side. Quarterback in the shotgun. Angles right. Foster does throw on the run. Pass is caught inside the 10. Almost was able to shake a tackle, but we did bring him down at around the 12-yard line. Catch made by Parsons.
Seth Parsons, number 12 on the catch. Picks up about 9 yards on the pass play. Second down. Got out of bounds, too, to stop the clock at 1:20.
So, line of scrimmage is the 7-yard line. Go left side now. Foster back. Does throw that way for the end zone. Got it. Touchdown. Sliding catch over there in the end zone by the tight end, number 81. That is Potts. Maddox Potts with a touchdown, his second of the night with 1:16 to go, and it's 34-0.
10-yard touchdown pass. And we've got another Aces player down with a cramp over by where the tackle was made in the end zone.
So the officials will attend to that. So the clock is stopped. 1:16 to go. Zach Foster threw one touchdown pass earlier, 44 yards to Potts. This one, 10 yards, and the second TD connection between those two of the night. Don't forget, fans, hang around for the halftime report. We'll have scores for you, some stats, and a whole lot more. That's our first Keep Us Funeral Home halftime show of the year coming up. Still attending to the Mount Carmel player over on the far side of the field, Mount Carmel's near side. And there he goes. Who is that off there? Did we get a... Who's that?
Did not catch it cleanly. Jersey not looking our direction very well.
Yeah. Is that Acree or is that maybe Metter?
Could be Metter again if he got off and then came back on the next play.
So here's Novotny on to do the kicking. Here comes the snap, ball away, the kick up, and it is good. So 1:16 to go here in the first half of play. Titans tack on another on a very short drive. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard now reads Gibson Southern 35, Mount Carmel nothing, back in 1 minute.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to a lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
Your new vehicle is at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2024 Jeep Compass for only $299 a month and Dodge Hornets with payments as low as $430 per month. Come in and see us today at Steve Faulkner Automotive.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at stevefaulknerautomotive.com.
1:16 left before halftime. Gibson Southern's now built a 5-touchdown lead. It's 35-0. Mount Carmel will get the football next. Here comes Novotny, and the boot underway. Has not failed to. Well, there he's got one that bounds. It stays in bounds at the 12-yard line. 15, 20, and across the 25, near the 30. Did we fumble the football?
Yes, we did. No, they're going to say he's down.
Okay, knee made contact first, so we get a little bit of a break there. Phew. I'm not even sure who returned that. I think it was Metter, right, on the return, maybe?
I don't know if it was Metter.
It was Metter or what, I guess.
Was it maybe Militoni? I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe?
That could have been. Yeah, you're right. It went back anyway. But as it is, we get the football. We have 108 toe here in the first half of play. Let's see the Aces thing here. They operate from their own 31-yard line. See, I didn't even put my binocs up. I said, there's no way he's not going to kick it inbounds,
right.
And then he did.
Well, yeah, that's exactly the point.
So by the time
we know about these secret weapons from years gone by.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't feel like it should be a 35-0 game.
And there's a handoff. Metter is in at quarterback. Hands off, countering back to the left side is Acree. And they're going to mark his progress to around the 34-yard line, gain of 3. Clock running inside a minute. 2nd and 7 now. Gibson Southern scored 14 on the grid. They've added 21 here in the second. And they are about to go into halftime lead, 35-0. We don't seem to be in any kind of a hurry, so this may be our last play of the half. Still 11 on the play clock, 32 on the game clock. Aces come up to the ball. Receiver to the right, double wing set. Handoff, ball carrier. That is Militoni, Sidelecki, I think. And he's going to get dragged down for a slight loss at around the 41. He tried to counter back to the left side. First carry for Militoni, I think. Clock inside, 8 seconds, 7-6. That'll be the last play of the first half. Well, we've reached intermission. Gibson Mount Carmel came within an eyelash of a touchdown on its first drive, but they haven't been as close since. And Gibson Southern, leading 14-0 at the end of one frame, turned 21 more points in the second to make it 35-0 at halftime. That is your Jade Investment Advisor, Tim Phillips scoreboard. Now stay tuned, everybody. When we come back, it's time for the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. That's next. Again, your score, Gibson Southern 35, Mount Carmel nothing. Back in 2 minutes.
Did you know that Wabash County Health Department offers a reproductive health clinic? The clinic is available on Wednesdays with morning and afternoon appointments available. Services include physical exams, STD services, pregnancy testing, contraceptive services, hormonal implants, and more. Appointments can be made by calling 618-263-3873 or by texting 618-240-8889. Our reproductive health clinic, just another service provided by the Wabash County Health Department, is located at 130 West 7th Street in Mount Carmel. The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head? Or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Hi, I have a question.
Welcome back to Fort Branch. It's time for the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. It's been all Gibson Southern tonight on opening night for the Golden Aces. The Titans lead 35-0. They scored 14 points in the first period and added 3 more touchdowns in the second. Here's the way the game played out. Gibson Southern scored 12 seconds into the game on an 80-yard kickoff return. That's the way to start it if you're a Gibson Southern fan, that is for sure. And the junior, Colin Shear, really was untouched the whole time once he found touchdown pass from Foster. Novotny's kick made it 35-0 with 1:16 to go in the first period. So in the last 5:39 of the game, Gibson Southern scored all 3 of their second quarter points. And they lead it 35-0 at halftime. Gibson Southern looking to go 2-0 on the year after beating Danville, Indiana last week, 21-14, rallying dramatically with 21 unanswered points in the fourth period to beat Danville. You're listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. We've got stats and scores ahead. Keep it here. Here's your score at halftime. Gibson Southern 35, Mount Carmel nothing. Back in 2 minutes.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFU stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
You earned my business. I did my research. I looked around. I got lots of estimates, and you guys did a great job from start to finish. No worries, no headache, no bad experiences at all. So I couldn't ask for a better experience and a better product.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
Report. We've got lots of scores to get to you. It's Gibson Southern all over Mount Carmel here at intermission, 35-0. Kyle Peach has the numbers on this one.
Well, thanks to our resident statistician Wyatt Rooney keeping track of things for us here in the booth tonight. The stats don't seem as lopsided as the scoreboard does. That's kind of the shining factor through here as you look at numbers on this game. Xander Bader, 2 carries for 2 yards for the Aces. Shane Metter and Elliott Acree have been the workhorses on the ground for the Aces. Metter, 10 carries for 50 yards. Elliott Acree, 10 carries for 44 yards. Tobias Fulop, a carry for a net 0. Jackson Kling, 3 carries, 6 yards. And Sidolaki Militoni, 2 carries for a total of 2 yards. So that's 102 yards rushing for the Aces on the night. Meanwhile, passing, Shane Metter is 1 for 2 for no yards. 1 completion, 1 incomplete pass. The completion was to Tobias Fulop that went for no gain. So no passing yards for the Aces, but 102 yards of total offense in the first half. Meanwhile, for Gibson Southern, the Titans, 203 total yards. 96 of those on the ground, 107 through the air. Zach Foster, the workhorse on the ground, has carried it 6 times for 29 yards. Chase Thaxton, a carry for 21. Gunnar Alexander, 2 for 34 and a touchdown. Wyatt Finney, a carry for 4, and Chase Thaxton, he's got 29 yards and 2 carries for a touchdown. Meanwhile, through the air, Zach Foster has thrown 13 times. He has completed 10 of those 13, 2 touchdowns and 107 yards. His main target has been Maddox Potts, who's caught 5 catches, 2 touchdowns, 69 yards receiving. It all adds up to a 203 to 102 advantage total yardage-wise for the Titans. Mount Carmel, the game's only turnover, a lost fumble. Gibson Southern with that 35-0 lead.
Interesting, Kyle. No halftime performance by the band here. I imagine that's a heat-related deal there, which is too bad. Gibson Southern always has one of the best bands in the area. So Unfortunately, the Heat took that away from us tonight, at least what I'm assuming. It is opening night here at Gibson Southern. They've got quite a deal going tonight. They have a major fundraiser going. They have all kinds of tables out for silent auction items. They were all everything from Gibson Southern-related swag to concert tickets to a little bit of everything. So their booster club's been active in prepping for this, their home opener. You're listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report. It's Gibson Southern 35, Mount Carmel nothing. Back with scores and more when we return in 2 minutes.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
You earned my business. I did my research. I looked around. I got lots of estimates, and you guys did a great job from start to finish. No worries, no headache, no bad experiences at all. So I couldn't ask for a better experience and a better product.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
At the First National Bank, we're proud to be a part of this community, serving you with dedication and a smile.
Our team is here to support you, offering financial solutions to meet your needs.
Whether saving for your future, financing your dreams, or managing your everyday banking, we're here to help.
Thank you for choosing the First National Bank.
And as proud supporters of our local teams,
we wish you the best of luck this season.
The First National Bank, your local bank, supporting our local athletes. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund. Stop by or give us a call today.
Gibson Southern, it's opening night for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. You're in tune to the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report. My score stream feed has a lot of 0-0s, but Kyle has more reliable sources than that, and I'm dying to hear some of these Illinois scores.
Well, I'll tell you, Wyatt's on point over here, getting the scores and the stats for us. Looking around the Little Illini Conference, first let's start outside the league. In the Black Diamond battle, Carmel leading Flora 8-6. Edwards County leading El Dorado 14-8, so go Lions in that one.
How about those Lions?
How about them? Meanwhile, the couple of games tomorrow in the LIC as Marshall will take on Trenton Westland and Lawrenceville battles Kankakee Bishop McNamara. That just sounds like a slaughter waiting to happen. I don't care who you are. When you play Kankakee Bishop McNamara, that just sounds awful, right? And it was for us. Way back when, right?
Oh, we won that game.
No, we won that game.
That was the only,
that was the one that we won, right?
Yeah.
That was the big one.
I think we were the only public school to beat a private school that year in '81.
Yeah, there you go. That was the big one.
Yep.
All right, how about the LIC scores? So we're still looking for two. We're looking for Robinson Effingham, and we're looking for Olney Taylorville. And who knows if the heat is impacting the start of that tonight, maybe. But here are the scores. So Newton trails Shelbyville in the second quarter, 28-14. Paris trails North Vermilion 14-7. And Casey leads Red Hill in the second quarter, but only 9-0. And that's a look at scores around the Little Illini Conference.
Interesting you talk about Kankakee Bishop McNamara. You know, we're not only 1-0 against them in football, but of course we're 1-0 against them in basketball. Yep. That's the team we beat in the semifinals of 2016.
Yeah, I think I'm getting confused on my team names because it was Olney who played Bishop McNamara in the playoffs a few years back, and they got absolutely obliterated. But we love Bishop McNamara in postseason play. Do the Aces in both football and basketball. That's nice to say.
A couple Indiana scores of note. Southridge leads Boonville in the second quarter, 20-12. Jasper and the Evansville Harrison Warriors are tied at 20 all in the third quarter. Castle Knights lead Evansville Mater Dei in the third quarter, 24-7. It's Memorial over North, 21-14. Shelbyville. Oh, you mentioned Shelbyville and Newton, right?
Yep, we got that one.
Let me get that. How about North Posey over Princeton? The Tigers in the second quarter, 28-7. Another SIAC battle. Wrights leads Vincennes 23-0. The Alice is one of the teams we faced in the summer during a camp. Well, we had a real good camp. We faced Benton and Evansville, or I should say Vincennes, Lincoln, and so, we've never been afraid to play people, even during the summer. The Bossy Bulldogs lead Central in the first quarter, 14-9. Mount Vernon Wildcats lead South Spencer, 28-7. And did you get this score, Effingham? The Hearts lead Robbins. Oh, he did, of course, in the first quarter, 14-6. That's who Mount Carmel plays next Friday night, a week from tonight, the Effingham Flaming Hearts. I don't know if you mentioned that. Salem over Centralia in the first quarter, 14-6. And let's see. That may be all my scores, too, that I have. That's all I have for you. All right. We're just about set for the second half. You've been listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. We're set for quarter number 3. Gibson Southern in command. The Titans lead Mount Carmel 35-0 back in 1 minute.
At the First National Bank, we're proud to be a part of this community, serving you with dedication and a smile.
Our team is here to support you, offering financial solutions to meet your needs.
Whether saving for your future, financing your dreams, or managing your everyday banking, we're here to help.
Thank you for choosing the First National Bank.
And as proud supporters of our local teams,
we wish you the best of luck this season.
The First National Bank, your local bank, supporting our local athletes. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund. Stop by or give us a call today.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
You earned my business. I did my research. I looked around. I got lots of estimates, and you guys did a great job from start to finish. No worries, no headache, no bad experiences at all. So I couldn't ask for a better experience and a better product.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
Back at Gibson Southern, set for the second half here in a couple of minutes. The Mount Carmel Golden Aces trail the host Titans 35-0. Always a pleasure when you come here. You know, I like to call Gibson Southern from the coaching angle, Mount Carmel East.
Yeah.
And between the Hart connections and all that, and currently on Nick Hart's staff, of course, is Darren Peach, the winningest coach in Mount Carmel history, decided in his retirement years. He hasn't retired yet.
He hasn't retired from teaching, but yeah.
But in his pre-retirement years, he's decided to come over here and help out a little bit and avoid all the stress of being the head coach. He can just help out and with the program. So he's doing a good job over here. And, of course, one of the all-time greats in terms of coaches that we know of that's been a part of Mount Carmel football from the past as a player as well is Brian Snow. He and John Hart were together at Wrights during a state championship year there too, and so here he is, an assistant coach.
You know, you look at all of the connections, and it's crazy between Mount Carmel and Gibson Southern. Michael Brewer played for John Hart, was on John's staff at Warren Central, where Nick Hart, I believe, was also on staff when they won the state championship, and then that kind of propelled Nick's coaching career, became the head coach at Wrights. Then here at Gibson Southern, where he's been for a long time. And so, you know, these two head coaches have a lot of familiarity with one another. And obviously, John was the head coach of Mount Carmel from 1989 to 2000. In those 11 years, got 101 wins, the highest winning percentage in any coach at 828 in the 105-year history of Golden Aces football. John's now at Brownsburg, 337-99, his all-time coaching mark, his 40th year as a head coach. That's hard to believe. A 773 lifetime winning percentage for John Hart. And how about Derek Hart, who is still coaching? Left Kankakee a couple years ago after a stint there with another Mount Carmel connection, their athletic director, Ronnie Wilcox. His second year now at North Central High School in the same class in the same city as Dad John coaches, so they could tangle somewhere down the line. 0-11 in his second year at North Central, but we all know he's going to get that turned around.
You know, you're thinking about John Hart. You said 40 years in coaching?
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even look 40
right.
at this point.
He's never looked 40.
Well, he's been the football coach who's been virtually unaccustomed to losing, so he probably doesn't have one wrinkle in his face caused by coaching.
Right.
Because he's been so successful. So he can look like he's not even 40 and been in the game for 40 years.
Unbelievable, huh?
Yep. Well, we're set for the second half. Gibson Southern will be kicking off to Mount Carmel. The Aces will get it first. Navati will kick from our right to our left. And Mount Carmel has their two men deep. Jack Webb and Shane Metter. All but one of his kicks have sailed into the end zone. See what he does here to open the third period. And it is high, and it will be taken and dropped at the 4 by Mount Carmel. Now the return to the 10 and out to around the 15-yard line or so. And that's where Mount Carmel will start after the return from, is that Shane Metter on the return?
I believe it was, and then that little helmet trouble coming off. Shane's had a rough couple of sequences out there for the Aces.
Yep, injured at the end of the first half, has stayed in the game. Mount Carmel's drive will start at the 17-yard line.
Well, again, you're looking for growth here from the Aces and a chance for Michael Brewer and this young squad to sit down at halftime, talk about what went right, what went wrong, and what do we need to do here in the second half to get better. And let's see what kind of adjustments the Aces look to make to take a step towards getting better for next week.
Shane Metter was the starter at quarterback, his first start as an Aces QB as a sophomore. And let's see who will run the ball club in this set. It will be Metter again. Puts a man in motion left to right. No, that is Militoni now at QB. He just took the first snap for him of the year and handoff and a short gain to the 9-yard line. That was Acree on the carry.
And Metter now back in as the QB. I think had to sit out of play because his helmet came off on the kick return, so that's why that change took place. Acree on the carry, got 1 yard, so 2nd and 9 here.
And at the 19, not the 9. We're just underway in the third period. Mount Carmel drove the ball on their first drive of the night to the 1/2 yard line, but they were that much short of the end zone on 4th down.
Wish we had a pylon end zone cam and a red challenge flag on that one.
And there's a pitch. Quarterback gives it outside of the right side. Is that Tobias Phillip trying to get to the edge? And he's over the 25. They're going to mark him out of bounds at around the 27-yard line.
It's about an 8-yard gain, huh?
Was
that's
that
where they set it down? It was Phillip, and it's 3rd down and short here.
Like a yard, maybe a little bit more. See if Mount Carmel can continue this drive. It'd be a real feather in their cap. They've got to be tired, worn out, worn down a little bit by Gibson Southern, and to still be able to march downfield and get points on the board after a 35-0 drubbing in the first half. That would be very impressive. Andrews, Red Andrews, checks out wide to the left side. Double wing set, one setback under center is Metter. Calls the signals, hands off. Ball carrier drives left side. That's Acree trying to get over a left guard. Gets to around the 39. And is it enough for the first down? They're going to.
It is a first down and another cramp here, I believe.
Yeah.
Welcome to opening night in the heat.
Yeah, they're going to give Mount Carmel the first down. That's another 10 pins bowling center. First down for the Aces. First one of the second half. I didn't get a binoculars on who that is. Is that Jack Webb down there? No.
I think it's Acree who carried the ball.
Okay, sure.
Yep. Get the cramp worked out.
And he says, get me up.
Go have a banana and get back out there.
There you go. Line of scrimmage will be the 19-yard line. We are almost 3 minutes into the second half. Gibson Southern scored twice in the first period, 3 times in the second, all in a span of 5.5 minutes. The final 5.5 minutes of the second half, of the second quarter. And it's 35-0, the bad guys.
This may have been a quick little water break here, too, that they worked in during the injury.
Yeah. They have not started the play clock yet. 9:09 showing in the game clock, third quarter now. Here we go. And Mount Carmel gets to the football. They go left to right here in this first half. Double wing set, man in motion. That's Acree. And then instead, handoff goes to the fullback, who goes to the right side. Let's see. Is that Kling? It's Kling, Jackson Kling.
Thanks to our friend Josh Howard, a Taylorville Alney score. Closing seconds of the first half, Taylorville 25, Alney 16.
Really? Okay.
A rough night for the LIC all the way around here. Nobody's ahead except for Casey, 9-0 over Red Hill.
Well, Alney 0-9 a year ago. That doesn't sound like a bad score against Taylorville.
Did I hear right? Do I remember right? Alney hasn't won a game in 2 years.
Well, I'd have to go back and look to see if that's second year, too. I know they're 0-9 last year.
Uh-oh.
Metter can't escape an on-rushing lineman, drags him down for a big loss. The quarterback back at the 23-yard line, a loss of about 9 on the play.
Yeah, from the 32 to the 23, so you're right, a loss of 9 for Metter on the play.
And I didn't know who grabbed him, but he was a big guy.
Yeah, he was there quickly.
He's way too big of a lineman to be that quick.
Yeah,
huh? Man.
Just put his big paws out there and got a hold. Alney has not won a game since 2022. I can't believe that, huh? So now 3rd and 16 for the Aces. We don't like to be in 3rd and long scenarios.
We have technically thrown a pass tonight, right, for no yards.
2 of them, yep.
Oh, 2 of them, that's right. And here's a little flip out to the wingback on the counterback. And on the carry that time is Tobias Fulop. He gets 7, but it'll be 4th and long for the Aces, 4th and 12.
Yep, so probably punt here if you're the Aces offense and try to get the defense to put up a wall and stop this Titan offense that's been exceptional tonight.
Yeah, the Titans are 1 touchdown away from running clock. They have 1 return man back at his own 40-yard line. They scored on the opening event of the game, a kickoff. And then there's a flag down. The ball bounced to the punter. He does get the kick away, though. And it's going to roll inside the 45, down close to the 41, but a flag down.
Now another flag at the end of the play for contact down there that didn't need to take place.
Yeah.
So this will take a minute to sort out.
So a 22, 31-yard kick. Let's see what happens after that.
Well, again, we got 2 flag offsides encroachment, one of those type penalties, and then extracurricular at the end of the play down near where the ball was down. They're talking to Mount Carmel. False start, Aces.
Personal foul, Gibson Southern.
Titans, it'll reset. And I'm not sure where we're going here.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're going to put the ball back at the line of scrimmage.
No,
right?
we got to redo the play, right?
Yeah.
So offsetting, you just redo the play. I thought they were backing us up. That's where I was confused, but they're just bringing the ball back to the line of scrimmage. So we got to kick it again here.
Well, maybe a chance to get a better kick because that ball bounced to Metter, who did get the kick away, though. Gibson Southern wasn't bringing anybody. 4th down. There is the kick again. It bounces to Metter, and he does get another kick away. But now it's a live football. It went off his foot or something and barely squirted past the line of scrimmage, and it's live, but Gibson Southern has it. So I didn't even see what happened on the kick.
It kind of squirted off his foot awkwardly, and then moved literally maybe a yard downfield and hit a lineman for the Titans, which makes it a live football. And fortunately for Gibson Southern, they were able to grab a hold of that thing, and they're set up at the 29-yard line of the Aces here.
Yep. So another short porch for the Titans here. Line of scrimmage is the 29, and there's a little pitch working his way to the edge, trying to get outside. Nice job by Mount Carmel, pinning him with a loss. He tried to get out to the edge in the left side, and that was Chase Thaxton. Loss of 1.
Good stop by the defense, pursuing to the football.
Was that Downing? Did he get way over there?
Not sure.
Yeah, he was in on a couple plays, made a couple stops in the first period. I think maybe his first start as a junior. There's a quick swing to the left side of pass. Pass is caught, but again, Mount Carmel wraps up the receiver. That's Bo Rose at around the 27, a gain of about 2. It's 3rd and 8. I'm not sure of Gibson Southern's personnel, if they're sprinkling in reserves or what yet.
Looks like most starters are still out there.
Yeah, at least probably to the first series. I mean, I would always do that if I would have been a coach. Reestablish yourself and then sprinkle. There's a pass caught. Evades a return man and scores. Wow, what a catch by Jake Mazier. Caught it on the left side.
May have been Stinson.
Well, that was Stinson, 21, not 2. Okay,
Yeah.
and he caught it about the 10, shook off the receiver, and then skated in from there. That's a touchdown pass of 27 yards. 3rd of the night by Parsons, by Foster rather, and Gibson Southern now leads 41-0.
Yeah, just able to shake free of the receiver. The defender rather was the receiver, and more points go on the board for Gibson Southern.
And now Novotny will tack on the point after. Simple as that. So 3:10 to go here in the first period of play. And the score now, as we take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard, is Gibson Southern 42, Mount Carmel nothing. We're back in 1 minute.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day of surgery went like planned. Registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out, we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third period. This is now a running clock ball game. Gibson Southern leads Mount Carmel 42-0. The clock will run and will not go. Even if Mount Carmel would score to get under 40 points, it will not stop now. There's another touchback. Imagine that. By Novotny, and Mount Carmel will take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, you know, it's not what you want to see on opening night, but the one thing, if you're an Aces fan, obviously this is a young ball club. You're playing the number 2 ranked team across the river from you in Indiana, and they've got a lot back from a deep running team a year ago, and they're showing why and how tonight. And you learn from this, you move on, you take your lumps, so to speak, at times, and you look to battle and compete again next week.
Well, to have this kind of workout against a quality team like Gibson Southern and be just 15 minutes away, 20 minutes is just reason enough. It's too bad we weren't playing earlier in years. But we never did until last year, the first time we've ever played here. All right, it'll be Shane Metter under center again. Hands it off, up back with the carry.
Yep.
And was that Acree?
See, they faked me out that time. I thought he held on to it and gave it to the tailback, but no, you called it perfectly.
Was it Acree then?
I'm still trying to fight through there.
Because I didn't have my glasses up at that time. But we'll see who lines up here again. That was a gain of about 3, second down.
We'll call it Acree just because that's what you said. You're right all the time.
Yeah, that's right. So the clock is going to run. We're already down to 1:35 to go here in the third period of play. The rest of this game will go quickly. Well, it could have been Mr. Acree. But you know what? I'm not sure it was. Look, lining up in the backfield now. And then meanwhile, we get the pitch outside,
look at
left
that.
side. Nice run.
That was number 2 of the Aces on the carry, Militoni. Yep.
I'm going to see who lines. Yeah, let's see who lines up back there. There he is again. I'm not sure the one Red Andrews. Let me check.
Well, and it could have been Militoni on the
even on that
first
carry
time
too. Yeah, it just was. It's a different look. We're inside a minute. First down for the Aces. That's a 10 pins bowling alley. 1st and 10.
It's our first game too. We gotta get the numbers spotted correctly up here.
I'll probably be up to speed about playoff time. The older I get. Line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line. Handoff, ball carrier. He did keep it this time. Outside left down the sidelines into Gibson Southern territory inside the 40. Broke another tackle down near the 30. The 32-yard line, a 16:46 and 49-yard run.
39.
Oh, 16 to the 36, now 37 or so, yeah. To the
37 yards. Biggest play of the night for the Aces offense.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the period. That's why it's coming back.
Moving it back.
All right, that's the end of 3 periods. Ends on a big blow for the Aces, their biggest play of the night. 3 quarters in the books here at Gibson Southern. The Jade Investment Advisor, Tim Phillips scoreboard reads, Gibson Southern 42, Mount Carmel nothing. Back in 1 minute.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Edge with 0% for 60 months and Ford F-150s with 0% financing. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. At Steve Faulkner Automotive, lease the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L for $459 per month and 2024 Ram heavy-duty trucks up to $11,000 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
In the heart of Mount Carmel, where community and support go hand in hand, you'll find the First National Bank.
We're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your supporters.
Just like our Golden Aces, we believe in hard work, dedication, and the power of community.
Whether on the field or in the bank, we're here to cheer you on every step of the way.
We're proud to support the Mount Carmel Golden Aces.
Because when our team wins, our community wins.
Here's to another season of victories, both big and small. The First National Bank, where community comes first. Go Golden Aces. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Along with birthday boy Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. We go to the 4th quarter. Gibson Southern headed to the win. It's 42-0 over Mount Carmel with a running clock now for the rest of the game. Mount Carmel has the football, 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. One man in motion, that's Tobias Fulop. Instead, Metter hands off to one of the running backs, trying to find some running room, and he's going to get brought down for a little bit of a loss. Back of the 26-yard line.
That was the big fullback. Nope. Who is that?
Well, is he down on the ground?
Nope. I think he got up.
Was it Militoni? It wasn't Webb, was it? I don't think Webb was at a tight end spot. He didn't counter back, did he?
You know what? It may have been Fulop. Tobias Fulop.
Okay.
After all of that.
Meanwhile, they're attending to one of the Aces. It's a cramp in the middle of the field. Hey, tell us about your crew tonight. Who have you got working there tonight?
Yeah, so we got Noah Alke and also Asher Penrod running camera for us tonight on the video stream. Wyatt Rooney keeping stats. We want to tell the folks watching on the YouTube feed tonight on News Channel 15, we had some Wi-Fi, not really Wi-Fi, but wireless transmission interference from some of the coaching gear on top of the press box of all things in the first half. So got frequencies switched and sorted out. Who knows? We need a frequency plan at these games anymore. And now we are back in no more breaking up as we saw there in the first half.
Oh, look at it positively.
It was Jackson Kling, by the way, who was shaken up on the play.
Okay. Well, look at it positively, though, right? And now it's a free broadcast now on YouTube. It's not the NFHS platform. So, hey.
It's not going to be that way all the time.
Yeah,
but most of the time, as many times as we can, it will be.
Yep. So, hey.
It was Reed Stinson who was down. I beg your pardon on that, Scott.
So, in other words, you get what you pay for tonight. There you go.
Right.
That's a way to look at it.
You better not complain as much, right?
I could say that. I'm going back to the retirement home at the end of the night.
Hey.
There you go. And ball carrier drives right side, short gain, gets it Southern's line play, gets to the left side and drops over, and that was right there. He dropped the ball, and that was On the carry, that was Paul Ray Garrett. Yep, his first carry is at Golden Ace, freshman, 5'10", 155.
And that's the other thing, Scott. You know, you look at the youth that Mount Carmel has. Again, I don't know how many times this year we'll say it, but 5 seniors, 3 of them in the starting lineup. By the time next year comes around, look at how much experience virtually the entire roster is going to have. So building for the future while also looking to get some more done here on the season.
There is Metter throwing on the run, on the run. He's open, wide open. Catch made at the 45. Gibson Southern turns, receiver gets 35. Down the left sidelines. He might score to the 10-5 touchdown.
Tobias Fulop.
A pass play of 72 yards for Mount Carmel, and they're on the books with 10:10 to go in the game. How about that? Tobias Fulop caught that pass with plenty of room that he had to make up running, and he did a great job of evading Gibson Southern's 1 or 2 deep backs and made it to the house, 72 yards. And now it's a 42-6 ball game, and the Aces are off the schneid. Now, let's see who the Aces will try to do. Oh, by the way, that's the Aces' first touchdown of the night. Let's point that out. We'll tell you about it in just a minute. They're going to go for 2. And there's the quarterback. He keeps it himself, tried to turn out of the, after taking the snap, and went nowhere.
It may have been Garrett trying to keep it there, I think.
Okay. The first touchdown of the game is brought to you by Full Stadium Marketing, local marketing services to help your business win the crowd. And the Aces extra point effort was brought to you by Mabry's Auto Body and Paint, 214 South Market Street in Mount Carmel. So for the record, 9:19 to go in the game, and here is your Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Gibson Southern 42, Mount Carmel 6, back in 1 minute.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
Another favorite point of having my solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall, it does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys. I have a wife. She's a nurse. She has to be able to get up and go to work at any point. I wear a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same, to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
So a 72-yard touchdown pass from Shane Metter to Tobias Fulop has put Mount Carmel on the board. They trail Gibson Southern 42-6 here in the fourth quarter. The clock continued to run clear through the point after before they stopped it. So it is showing 9:19 to go. But I looked up at the scoreboard as he was crossing the goal line, and it was 10:10 showing. So that's what I've got down on my books. And that was the touchdown, Mount Carmel's first score of the game and the year.
And an update here, KZ leading Red Hill there at halftime. 17-0 is the score in that one.
Folks, get ready. Week 7, that'll be the showdown between KZ and Mount Carmel. That may be the LIC game of the year. At least that's what everybody thinks going into week 1. There's Mount Carmel's kick. Short little bounder and a flag down.
Goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds inside the 40. Gibson Southern. So let's see. The Titans will take it or kick again. I imagine they'll take it. Now the clock is running continuously again.
You know, how about this, Scott? Some games are...
They marked off 5 yards like a penalty.
Well,
for the kick.
You can, yeah, well...
So why didn't they just put it...
Don't you usually get it at the 35 or re-kick? However,
why is it at the 43?
Because that may have been where the ball went out.
Well, I think so, but so the 5-yard penalty made it the 43. You know, maybe they've changed the rules too. First down and 10. Let's see if they're...
Oh, my
big hole through the middle. Finally, the Aces plugged the hole over the 45 down to the Mount Carmel 42-yard line. That is a run of 14 yards on first down. Let's see who Gibson Southern has in the game. On one of the carries, well, I don't have their number. Hang on a minute here. Let me find it. That's Caden Rochlow, a 6'3 sophomore, was involved. Here they line it up again. Now the officials whistle the play. All right, let's see who's in the game here at quarterback. And it is that Rochleau. Spells his name Rochleau. Rochleau, a sophomore, 6'3", 175. He's in the game now for Foster. As Nick Hart is going to sprinkle.
Is that who carried the ball on that big play? I never did really get that number.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm not sure.
I think it's actually who just carried it right now.
Let's find out his number when he gets up, and we can tell you that is 20.
Maybe 20, yep. I am looking,
and I'm
lost my roster here.
Eli Foster is what I'm seeing. Sophomore, 6-footer. Eli Foster. And quickly it's second down. 2nd and 14. Rochleau calls out of the shotgun. Same set. He pulls it back from that back and now runs himself. He's got a lot of running room. Gets to the edge. Knocked out of bounds finally inside the 45, 35 to the Aces 32. And that's going to be a run of 20 yards. No, 16 yards. And a first down. So the drive goes on for Gibson Southern, down to 6:41 to go in this one. Don't forget, we'll visit with Michael Brewer after the game. As always, the handoff, ball carrier again with the carry. Same kid, number 20. And that is Eli Foster over the left side. Get him about 4 or 5. Inside the 30, down to the 27. Don't forget, next week, opening night for Mount Carmel. They host the Effingham Flaming Hearts. That'll be a tough challenge against a 4A school. Mount Carmel barely escaped last year at Effingham with a win, as you may remember, 36-30. The Hearts have been generally trending upwards the last few years. Back, Rochleau throws a pass. It's tipped and almost picked up. It is! Wow, he picked it out of the air. An interception from Mount Carmel, and we have the football down and around the 37-yard line. Who ended up with that ball?
It is. I am looking at it. Was number 2 of the Aces, Militoni.
Yep.
And then a personal foul, face mask against the Titans on top of the interception.
Because he picked it off, and that was all he do was grab anywhere, and they grabbed his face mask to bring him down.
So the Aces have forced a Titan turnover here late.
So they will mark it from the 32. That's where the play was whistled dead. Now let's see how much they mark. And Mount Carmel will take over from there. 5:11 to go, so there's still time maybe to put points up before the game's over, but the clock is running. They'll stop marching at the 47, so a 15-yard infraction tacked on after the interception. And Mount Carmel has the ball at the 47, first turnover of the year of the game for Gibson Southern. And let's see what the Aces do here. Play clock down to 12. We break the huddle. And who will be quarterbacking? It will be Andrew Militoni. Under center. Wings both ways. Ball's fumbled. And let's see who has it. Looks like Gibson Southern does, and they do. Yep, they came out of there holding the ball high above his head. Showing he had it was Ben Reinhardt. And so after the turnover that we generated, we coughed it right back up, and Gibson Southern will have it now, perhaps to finish the game with, at the Mount Carmel 47, because we're down to 4:06 left.
Let me run through some scores here in the third quarter. El Dorado has now jumped ahead of Edwards County, 22-14. Carmel leads Flora 16-14 in the fourth. Shelbyville 42, Newton 14 at the half. Susser-Valier at the half over Hamilton County 16-0. Taylorville over Olney 25-16 in the second. Casey over Red Hill 17-0 at the break.
And there is a handoff, and again on the carry is Eli Foster. Left side over the middle, gets down inside the 40 to the 39, a gain of about 8. Second down. I can hardly wait till next week. All the renovation and the construction is over now, I guess. We can consider the project done. So you've got to come out and see the finished product now with the concession stand open and the multi-purpose facility there, and just see what Mount Carmel has.
After 3 years of angst, Scott Allen can finally get popcorn again at Riverview Stadium.
Looking forward to it. 2nd down and 2. Handoff, and Mount Carmel grabs the ball carrier. Don't allow him to get much, but maybe enough of the first down.
Just short of that.
Okay, again on the carry, Eli Foster. So it'll be 3rd down. And game time, 7 o'clock. Our 1-hour pregame show begins at 6, Effingham and Mount Carmel. Then we begin the final 7 weeks of the season, all Little Illini Conference games. A league we've never lost in.
Indeed. A lot of folks around the league will see this score and think maybe this is the year they have a chance. We'll find out.
And there's a pitch. This time the ball carrier Foster works again to the left side, gets the first down, get him inside the 35 to around the 32. Gain of about 6 on the play. And they move the chains, maybe the final time of the game. 2:14 to go. The clock is running.
Scott, with another update from that Olney game. The Tigers have just scored to close the deficit a little bit. 8:43 left, 3rd quarter. Olney trails Taylorville by 2, 25-23.
How about Coach Carmody? He's got a little offense going with the Tigers, huh?
We would love to have the playoff point. Thank you very much.
Yep. Titans taking their time, waiting for the clock to run down. Oh, we had a lineman jump back, and yep.
Can't do that. 2
of the younger kids are reserves, and they jumped a little bit, move it back 5 yards. We're down to 90 seconds to go in this one. It'll be 1st and 15. Gibson Southern now. Line of scrimmage is the 37. Well, Gibson Southern scored on the opening play of the game, and an 80-yard kickoff return by Colton Shearer. Mount Carmel then spent over 8 minutes driving all the way to the 1/2-yard line, maybe even closer than that, but did not get in. Gibson Southern took it from there. Nope, they moved again. That's another infraction. Now we're down to 1:05 to go. Maybe they wanted to take another snap if they can't. First and 15, 1st and 20 now. There go the chains. Why did they move the down marker if they jumped? They moved from 1st to 2nd. Interesting. Normally I'd be concerned. This thing's been over, huh? And now we take a knee. Gibson Southern does.
They may have done that the last time instead of the jump. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so too. So anyway, they found ways to bring this game to an end. It's all Gibson Southern. The Titans improved to 2-0, one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Indiana. And Mount Carmel comes out of the gate 0-1 for the 2nd straight year, but we know what happened the last time we came out of the gate 0-1.
There you go.
We went all the way to the state championship game. So if you're thinking there's a viable way to come back, well, the Aces will definitely come back, but how far back? And they'll have to start next week against Effingham, a tough challenge. So let's take a look at the final Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard of the game. It's in the books now. Gibson Southern beats Mount Carmel, the final 42-6. Back with a post-game show and visit with Aces coach Michael Brewer in 2 minutes.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smokin' Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
It's time to get your flu shot. The Wabash County Health Department is hosting a drive-through flu shot clinic Wednesday, October 2nd from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Mount Carmel Public Utility Fleet Garage located at 410 Mulberry Street. Roll up your sleeves or wear short sleeves, bring your insurance cards, and get vaccinated against the flu without having to get out of your vehicle. If you can't make it that day, appointments can be made at the Health Department by calling 618-263-3873.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFU stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
The final score here tonight from Fort Branch, Gibson Southern 42, Mount Carmel 6. The Aces 0-1 now in the year. Gibson Southern improves to 2-0. The Aces come home next week to the Snake Pit to face the Effingham Flaming Hearts. First time ever in Mount Carmel for an Effingham ball club. And we'll have it all for you. 7 o'clock for the kickoff, 6 o'clock for the 1-hour pregame show on WSJD and News Channel 15. Well, Kyle Peach, it was a long night. I think there's some things, there's always positives you can take away no matter the situation, and there's some things we can do with this club. Only one starter on offense, 2 on defense, 8 players going both ways, a red-hot night against a 2-platoon team on their field. Man.
That already had a game under their belt.
Already had a game under their belt.
And ranked number 2 in the state. So there you go. But, you know, the bright spot has to be, I think, that opening drive for Mount Carmel's offense. You go 80 yards and end up just shy of the goal line. That close to this being a 42, potentially 14-13 kind of ball game. But this is a good Gibson Southern team. They're going to win a lot of games. Nick Hart's got them poised to potentially make another deep run. They have got a brutal sectional draw, though. Heritage Hills, a top 5 team in the state in their sectional. I think there's one more top 10 ranked team. Maybe it's Southridge, also in their sectional. Come on, Indiana. Figure out how to do the postseason right and stop having these first-round state's final caliber matchups. That's crazy. But nonetheless, we'll see where the Titans go this year. Here's a look at the final way the stats turn out. It's a lot closer yardage-wise than you might think. The Titans, 267 yards of total offense to the Aces, 227.
Wow.
How about that? Shane Metter had a big 37-yard run, finishes 12 carries, 78 yards. Elliot Acree, 13 carries for 50. Sodelecki Militoni had 3 carries for 13 net yards. Paul Ray Garrett came in late, a carry for no gain. Jackson Kling had 4 carries at fullback, 9 yards. Tobias Fulop, 4 carries for net 5 on the night. So the Aces, 155 rushing yards. We also saw the Aces complete that 72-yard touchdown pass from Shane Metter. He was actually 2 of 3 through the air throwing for those 72 yards. Tobias Fulop catching both of those passes for 72 yards. So 72 yards passing, 155 on the ground for the Aces, 227. Gibson Southern led on the ground by Gunnar Alexander's 2 carries, 34 yards, a touchdown. Chase Thaxton, 3 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown. Eli Foster came in late, 6 carries, 14 yards, or rather 22 yards for him. Caden Roshlau had 3 carries for 14 yards. And the Titans finished with 131 yards on the ground. So the Aces outrush Gibson Southern, but the Titans complement the rushing game with a pretty good passing game. Zach Foster, their quarterback, threw 15 times and completed 12 of those for 136 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Titans win this one by the final. The Aces do fumble it twice. The Mount Carmel team does record a turnover with an interception, and they again, 267 total for the Titans, 227 total for the Aces. Much different on the scoreboard, 42-6, Gibson Southern.
All right, how about the Mount Carmel Public Utility electrifying play of the game? Well, I think we get 6 points, an electrifying play for the touchdown, and I guess that would be my vote.
Yep, 72-yard touchdown pass from Metter to Fulop, the play of the game, no doubt, for the Aces here tonight.
Be intrigued to find out, and we'll have Michael Brewer here in a minute. The Aces have broken their post-game camp out on the field, and he'll be making his way up here. Boy, there's so many. I mean, like I said, there is so much intrigue with this club because of how much turnover there is. There's excitement about this team just to see who and what kids are going to step out and ahead of everybody and help lead this team, and what form is that going to take. And so I'm interested to hear everything from what do you think about Shane's performance to what about this, what about that. There's so much intrigue with this club. There's more intrigue with this club than last year. I mean, we had a bunch of veterans last year. We knew what we were doing. And it was just a question of could we get it done, and consistently enough, and we certainly did. We got to week 14. But there's so much intrigue with this club, it's almost in a weird sort of way more exciting to see what happens with this club. Because whatever happens with this club this year will set the table for next year. As they get a year older, we begin to get some of these other young kids that are freshmen and sophomores. They'll gain a year of experience because they're all going to get a lot of reps this year. And so whatever happens, it sets the table for the future and the road back for Mount Carmel. And we've made it to the state championship game 6 times in our illustrious history, and there's always number 7 looking over you somewhere, over your shoulder, and what group of kids is it going to be and what year is it going to be? Sometimes it's the year after you think you have the great team. It's happened before.
Yeah,
I don't think Sheldon Hanna ever got credit for the club they had that one year after the Alex Hale and Tanner Crum year, and we thought, this is a bounce back year, and look what they did. They're the ones that went to the finals.
No doubt, and that's what we're preaching is just get better, and really it matters week 10 where you're at. And we'll see. Michael Brewer is right here.
All right, so we'll visit with the Mount Carmel head football coach for the first time after a ball game this year. Again, the final, Gibson Southern 42 and Mount Carmel 6. Thank you, Coach, for coming up here. We certainly appreciate it. So we always start with your comments after this opening game here.
I thought, in the early on when we were fresh, I thought we did a pretty good job offensively moving the football. That first possession was really good. It was, unfortunate that we got down there and kind of had a hiccup and, didn't get positive yardage and then set us up there, and it ended up being like 3rd and 6, I think, 3rd and 7. And so, I think Shane ended up on the 1, so it was unfortunate we couldn't get that thing finished off and punched in. I thought that was good. I thought, we were just the tempo and all that, right, with like what was it, eight guys maybe going both ways. It caught up to us pretty quickly. And
then running that no huddle that they did.
And again we knew they were going to do it.
Yeah,
that wasn't no surprise. I don't know. They're a good team. Credit to them. They do a nice job defensively. I think they thought their defense is on a really nice trajectory. So again, early on we were fresh. We moved it, and we moved it after that. And then there was a couple of times you have a penalty or, you have a negative play or whatever else. And so, if this is the style of football we're going to play, we can't be backed up. We can't be behind the sticks. We got to get 2, 3, 4 yards each time, and so you're not backed up. But there were some positives, but just look at the scoreboard and you're sick. So.
Yeah. But so what about Shane Metter, his first start?
I thought Shane did an excellent job. His first start, playing quarterback and just doing some of the option stuff like an under center, the footwork, the reads. There was a lot there, for a guy that's not been a quarterback. I thought. You can talk about a bright spot. Shane was excellent tonight. Yeah. I thought he did a really, really good job.
Yeah, and your running game in general? I mean, you gained a lot of yards tonight. I think we outgained Gibson Southern, I think.
Well, it felt like offensively we were doing okay and we were moving the ball. I mean, again, like you can't have a penalty. You can't go backward when you're doing that. Their defense is too fast and, too good about getting downhill and all that good stuff. So, again, it felt like we were moving it, and then we just kind of stall out. So, I think there's some bright spots there on offense. Hard to say when you have 6 points on the board, but man, I thought we made progress this week. We I think we did get better. Defensively, we got to figure out. We're gonna have to, I guess, I don't know, figure out more bodies we can play or something. But dealing with the heat this week and that kind of thing. So maybe next week will be a little cooler. Maybe that'll help us a little bit.
Well, Coach, comment about next week, home opener, Effingham.
Yeah, exactly. So we're excited. It's always fun to play at the friendly confines. So we just talk. Our message is the same as it was last week. We have to get better. We have to get better every week. Starting 3 sophomores on defense. We're starting How many sophomores on offense? A couple, and a freshman. And like, we're young. We have to get better every week. And if we're not doing that, we're wasting weeks. We're in trouble. So these first two are tough. These first two games are difficult, and we knew that. And so we've talked about it. We got to push through this and be ready to go. We'll do everything we can do next week and game plan it. And but these first two, again, those are probably the two toughest on the schedule. So we're healthy. That's big. Yep. So we're gonna go back to work, and we're gonna get better, and we're gonna see where this thing can take us.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time.
All right,
Michael
thanks,
Brewer,
Scott.
appreciate her. Coach's comments following this game tonight here at Gibson Southern. It was all Titans in the end. The final 42-6. Mount Carmel does come home next Friday night to face the Effingham Flaming Hearts, and couldn't be nicer to get back home. The weather probably will be better than this. We thought we caught a break before the game. We got up here, and first of all, they delayed the opening of the gates at 5 o'clock because there was lightning and thunder. You could hear the thunder when I got here, and it was 97 when I left the homestead. It was 85 when I got up here, so the temperature dropped 12 degrees. Obviously, that moved away. We got back into the sun. The wind shut down, and it got back up to 91 by game time. But we didn't really have to have too many water breaks. I don't remember too many and all that deal.
I don't think so. And, we got lucky. I think Paris and North Vermilion is either canceled or delayed. It's 14-7 in the first quarter, and the Paris folks that do their live stream do not have a game on right now. So I think that game has either been suspended or delayed. We'll work to figure that out. So some of that's taking place, it looks like, especially up in central Illinois, where it looks like they did get the storms tonight. So fortunately, we got ours in, and we got in early. So here's a look at all the other LIC action. As close to real time as we can. Olney trailing Taylorville 32-23 in the third quarter. Here's the score that's probably most important for us at halftime. Effingham 31, Robinson 18. We'll see those two in the next 2 weeks, Effingham and then at Robinson. So 31-18, Effingham leading Robinson, understanding from their radio folks that Robinson is throwing the ball a little bit. So something we'll have to be ready for. Elsewhere in the league, outside of no conference games actually, but Shelbyville all over Newton in the third quarter, 42-14. Casey blanking Red Hill in the third quarter, 24-0. And that is it for the LIC. The other games are tomorrow with Lawrenceville and Bishop McNamara and Trenton Westland and Marshall playing. Meanwhile, Carmel is leading Flora 30-14 in the fourth quarter. El Dorado on top of Edwards County 22-14 in the third. Hamilton County trailing Cesar at halftime 16-0.
All right, in Indiana, Southridge leads Boonville in the fourth quarter 27-20. It is Jasper beating Evansville Harrison 41-33. That is a final. Also a final. Castle gets beat in the second half. Mater Dei comes back and beats the Castle Knights 28-24 in the fourth. Oh, you mentioned the Carmel score. How about you mentioned Shelbyville? All right. You've got El Dorado, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
How about this one? Evansville Central in the fourth quarter leads Bossy 15-14. Central hasn't won too many games as of late. Mount Vernon, the Wildcats lead South Spencer 35-21 in the fourth quarter. Here's a third quarter score. North Posey leads Princeton 35-7. And that's what I have. So there you go. Now we're covered, huh?
I think we have it, yes.
All right, well, let's get out of here. We're going to go home and get ready for the home opener. We hope you do too, and we hope to see you out here a week from tonight at the Snake Pit at Mount Carmel. It's the Aces and Effingham in week 2, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. And the first official game since the dedication of the all the work at the Snake Pit. So you'll want to see it in its finished splendor as well. Our 1 hour pregame show begins at 6. And so thank you very much for being with us tonight on opening night. Things didn't go Mount Carmel's way, but there's always a brighter day around the corner. 42-6 the final. Gibson Southern wins it. And until next week, for Kyle Peach and everyone associated with the broadcast, Scott Allen here saying good night, everybody. All right.
Okay, Noah, we are done.
Thank you.